All right, crazy story going on right now. Happy Sunday to everybody. I hope you did a good week. So I am I'm gonna talk about this Stallone thing, man. Looks like he's being pushed out of the Rocky franchise altogether. There's other conflicting reports, but for the most part, it really looks like he's hammering hard, going after Irwin Winkler, producer of the movie, and tomorrow on the big thing, we pre-taped it. We talk about, I wonder if Sly knows about this Drago thing and if he's cool with Dolph Lundgren doing it. Turns out he doesn't. He's not cool with it. He didn't know about it. So there's a lot to talk about here and a lot to break down. But before you even do it, if you're brand new to the channel and you're checking this out and you want to know more about us, help us out. We're trying to get to 70,000 by the end of the year. We're going to take the full stand-up comedy tour and the Big Thing podcast and everything on the road. But we hope you guys are joining us, too. And get yourself some athletic greens, by the way. Delicious. Okay. All right, so the first thing, just to give people the pre-backstory, and then we'll get into the meat of this story. What had happened at one point, and we were talking about it on Big Thing, was that Frank Stallone posted something, I don't know, it was a couple months ago, and he posted about Creed 3 and said that Stallone was pushed out of the movie, that he wanted to be a part of it, they didn't want him to be a part of it, and he was getting screwed. And they had already asked Michael B. Jordan before that about Stallone. They're like, well, we want to tell the story of Adonis Creed and without Rocky this time and moving, but everyone thought that Stallone didn't want to be part of it. So then Frank Stallone makes that report, and you're like, okay, maybe it's just Frank Stallone just kind of yelling and saying some stuff, and who knows. But Sly liked the post. So right there you go, oh, wait a minute. What the hell's going on there? Is there more to this? Are they really trying to? Are they screwing Rocky out of Rocky? Is that true? And it was just kind of foggy. And then a few weeks ago, it might have been a month ago, Stallone started going after Irwin Winkler, who's the producer. He's like 93 years old or whatever the hell he is, and he's been producer of Rocky. They bought the rights back in like '76 or whatever it was, and Sly has been going after him about the characters, about everything, about just giving him a piece back of his thing that he created, and not just passing it off to Irwin's children. And he was going after him, and he deleted some of those posts. So I assume that maybe it was kind of a legal thing that he had to stop taking it down. So then the news breaks and about Drago. Rocky spin-off film Drago is set for MGM with Robert Lawton to write. That came out, and so we talked about it you'll see it on tomorrow's Big Thing. We're like, oh, okay, well, maybe Sly's talking to them, he's going to write it or something. Like, well, obviously not, because Robert Lawton's writing it. Like, well, what's Stallone doing with it? How does he feel about it? Well, we got our answer. He posted on his Instagram, and he said, heartbreaker, just found this out. Once again, Irwin Winkler, this pathetic 94-year-old producer, and his moronic vulture children, Sly is not holding back at all, Charles and David, are once again picking clean the bones of another wonderful character I created without even telling me. I apologize to the fans. I never wanted the Rocky characters to be exploited by these parasites. By the way, I once had nothing but respect for Dolph, but he never told me what was going on behind my back with the character I created for him. Real friends are more precious than gold. All right. If that's the case, and I'm saying if, we don't know the story, but if that's the case, Dolph Lundgren is a scumbag. If that's the case. Because you can say, well, it's business. He wants to protect his family. You call Sylvester Stallone. And you say, you gave me my shot. They're offering me this thing. It's a good deal. I really, for my family, want to take it. I had to call you. If he didn't call him and made the deal, he's a scumbag. Again, we haven't heard the other sides of the story yet. We also haven't heard the Winkler side of it. There is a report, and somebody sent this to me, that apparently the producers have left room open for Stallone to return in Creed 3, and he doesn't want to come back. That they've tried over and over and over again, offered him the world, and he doesn't want to come back. And it very well might come back to the fact that he wants some of his ownership back on the character that he wants. And the thing is, well, it's our property, we bought it, and that's it. And that's the old school way, and it is what it is. It's a business deal, and you could probably make that argument and win that argument. But I start to go back to the Dave Chappelle thing that happened with Comedy Central when the deal was made when he was an impressionable kid and they kind of just took him for everything he was worth and took all of his rights. And then after the fans and everyone's like, no, Dave made that show. Dave did all that. Give Dave back his shit. And if anybody else deserves that, Sylvester Stallone does. I don't know all the reports yet. I don't know what the overall deal is. I don't know what agreements were made. And I'm just saying for what it looks like at the moment, it looks like Stallone is being screwed out of Creed 3, out of Drago. The Drago one's the one that gets me the most because I understand Michael B. Jordan and his idea of saying, listen, we want to focus on Adonis. I want to direct, but it's the same thing though. I don't know all the business dealings with Stallone and how they're going and how difficult it became. I don't know. But I know there's money to be on the table, but do you want to burn that bridge with Stallone and the fans? Because if this comes out to the fact they are pushing him out, doesn't it hurt your expectations of Creed 3? I like Michael B. Jordan, but if Stallone gets pushed out of it, and he was pushed out of it, and they're stealing his character, I don't know if I want to see Creed 3. And that was one of my most anticipated movies that I wanted to see. And Drago, I'm definitely not seeing that movie. No chance. No chance. Not for that. Not for what they did to. Paying for it. That is. Not if that's the deal. If he didn't know about it and didn't make. If Dolph Lundgren makes that phone call. And he says, look, this was a great deal for my family. And I called Sly, and he just was so unreasonable. I couldn't get it done no matter what. He wouldn't. I told him. I said I had to. The deal was too sweet. I asked him for his forgiveness, but I had to do it. The guy didn't even call him. Didn't even call the guy that made him. If that is indeed fact. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Now, if Dolph's like, I did try to call you. I did try to do these things. I tried, and you didn't take the calls, that could come out. That's why I'm not saying it's definitive that he's a scumbag. But if he didn't call him, he's a fucking scumbag. But we'll see. We'll see what happens as it goes out. But this is stupid on the part of the Winklers. This is really stupid. And I think that it's also very old school mentality where you've got this 93, 94-year-old producer who does not know the power of social media, who does not know, and probably, probably sending lawyers and stuff after Stallone, but public opinion is very, very powerful and going to be hard to get anybody on your side in this one. Now, I'm sure there's going to be people in the comments that go, look, it's a business deal. The deal was made. You got to suck it up. It is what it is. He reaped a lot of the success from Rocky. He should go on his way. I'm sure some of those comments will come in here. I do not feel that way at all. I think that there's a reason that Ryan Coogler went to Stallone and said to him, we really want to do this. We really want your blessing. We really want you in this movie, and approached him because he had respect for him and he wanted to make it. And it was a story he wanted to tell. He didn't want to tell a story without Rocky. And again, I understand the progression of Adonis Creed where you want to stand on yourself, but you got to find a way to get Stallone's blessing one way or another. You got to find a way. Michael B. Jordan is a charismatic, likable dude. And I don't know. I don't know their relationship. I have no idea. My problem is less with Michael B. Jordan at this point because he's just trying to make a movie and do his thing, and more with the Winklers and Dolph Lundgren, which breaks my heart to say because I'm a big Dolph Lundgren fan. Massive. And the fact that Sly brought him back for Expendables and Expendables 2, whatever it is, too. They were supposed to be friends. Again, hearsay. Don't know his side. I'd like to hear his side. I'd also like to hear the side of the Winklers. But this is a crazy story. Look at the stuff that Stallone is also posting. This is Winkler like being a vampire and sucking the blood out of him. What does he say here? After Irwin Winkler and his family suck Rocky dry, presumed to be the most hated, untalented, decrepit producer in Hollywood, and his cowardly children have found their next meal, Drago. Throughout history, so many artists in every industry, recording, painting, writing, you name it, have been destroyed by these bloodsuckers who have destroyed so many families, lining their pockets with other people's work. Parasite producers, exploited artists, victims. Sly is coming in hot. Look at this. He's got a picture of Rocky with the Winkler stabbing him in the back. Michael Myers style, and then he's got a few pictures, but one of him cracking Drago in the mouth. This is a crazy story. And it sucks because if you're not following me, you don't know who the hell I am. I'm a massive Rocky fan, massive Stallone fan. Excited for all the stuff that he's coming out. Samaritan, the other he's got the the Sheridan show coming out on Paramount Plus about him being a gangster. So I'm always on board with what Stallone's doing. But I was bummed when he wasn't in Creed 3. But truthfully said, I get it that they want to focus on Adonis. I thought that Sly didn't want to do it, but yeah, this story with Drago sucks. Like that sucks. You can't do a Drago without his blessing. You can't. You just can't. Creed is a different animal. I know that he created it. He should still get paid for it. Is he getting paid for these things too? Oh, so many questions. So many questions. If they do Drago, does he not get paid? Maybe that's one of the reasons too. If they do a Drago movie or another Creed movie and he doesn't get paid, that's bullshit. I don't know. I really want to know more. But anyway, I could talk about this forever. I'm so curious about what you guys think. You guys going to see Creed 3 now? Are you going to see Drago if it comes out? Do you think that Stallone has a... I guess, do you stand by Stallone? Or do you say, no, you made the deal, dude. Move on. I'm standing with Stallone on this one. I've seen sometimes when he can get a little upset and you go, all right, maybe he's just kind of overreacting here. I don't think he's overreacting. I think he's legit. He's pissed. He's pissed off. Anyway, I really want to hear what you guys think. That's why I put this video out now. So, and once again, help us out here. Get us to 70,000 by the end of the year. Going to take this thing on tour. All things considered, too, just to put it all on the table, all things considered, I sent it a DM to Stallone, his IG, and there's no way in the world he's going to respond. He's probably getting hit up by everybody and their mother. Does he follow me? No. So it's just this unsolicited thing. And I took my Rocky shot and said, I'd love to have you on this show. I know you're going to you have so many different options, but I would love to sit down and talk to you for like 2 hours about all of this. Is there a chance in hell? I got a better chance of winning that $1.2 billion in the lottery than him DMing me back. But I took my shot, kids. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining us here today. And I'll put this out right now, this video. I really want to hear everybody's thoughts. Comment, please. Let's get a full-on discussion in the comment section. I'm going to write everybody back. I have to hear everybody's thoughts on this. I'm fascinated by this story. It's, you don't call a guy? You don't call a guy? Come on, Dolph. What's wrong with you?